What's going on, it's the RapNerd, and I'm here today to talk about Common and Pete Rock's collaboration album called the Auditorium Volume 1. Now, I stumbled across this album a little bit late, but ever since I've been hearing it, it's just been one of those joints I feel like I need to talk about, regardless of if this gets views or not, because this is a fantastic album from start to finish, and this is like what the essence of hip-hop is to me. But this one is just that classic vintage shit that I love. Like, it honestly sounds like Common back in the 90s, but just brought into today's time. And the highlight of the album is just like, it feels like a real collaborative project between an artist and producer. And what I mean by that is, yes, we've seen a whole bunch of collaborative projects over the past years, but here, the instrumentation is literally in equal force as Common, so much so that a lot of the hooks on this album, it's just a sample playing with DJ scratches and all that kind of thing. Like, Common is only here doing what Common does on the verse, and he is bringing bar after bar after bar. Lyrically, Common is ridiculous with. I mean, there's all types of metaphors in here, from lines like, they wanted us to live to 18 so they will us. I'm trying to blow like my hands warm. Y'all just search for mentions, I unearthed dimensions. Too many ill lines all over this thing for me to just pick out each one for track, and every single track has a line, a metaphor, and bars that you can sink your teeth in. Like, it opens with Dreaming, and it's this big grandioso sample that just sounds like you're in an auditorium. Like, it's perfect for the name of this record. And in the verse, you hear Common talking about, you know, the daydreams he's had about some of the fallen artists, mentioning Biggie, Pac, even saying, you know, Prodigy handed him the mic. Each verse is going into a different spirit that spoke to him to get back to the mic, and it just is a perfect opener and tone setter. And then Chi-Town Do It is a classic type joint that we don't hear that often. It's just him trying to kick game to a woman, letting her know the cloth that he's cut from and why the Chi made him the way he is. And of course, mad bars every single place you look. And really didn't trust men, I guess for you on the cusp in. Go get your mask out and you can tell them to rush in. Ukraine's in the sky. A lot of slick wordplay. Let's sample today and maybe we can loop it. I love that joint right there. Then it goes to the next track, This Man, and it's just talking about the legacy of hip-hop just lies in this man's arm, and it just continues that same sentence on the hook as Common keeps his lyrical slaughter up. I mean, he says, they sit down and listen because they understand me. And Pete Rock bringing it on the beat again. This is just a match made in heaven of lyrics and beats. Then the BPM kind of slows down and goes to We're On Our Way, and I just love that beat and the funk in it. And pretty much is just saying Pete Rock and Common are on the way to save the hip hop game. And again, just eloquently crafted bars. Resilience in my resonance, the brilliance in my elegance. That syllable play and them compounds, fire. And then the next record, Fortunate, is one of my favorites off the album. I just adore this beat. I love the sample on the hook, the Fortunate, and just him going into what makes him so fortunate and what also makes him unfortunate, but how he's still here today. Great record, great beat, again with bars that you can just pick apart. Finding a bar is like casting a fishing line. Wherever your line lands, you're gonna find a bar. The same energy is kept on literally every single song. There's no record where the beats drop off. There's no record where the lyrics drop off. That's something that I adore and listen for in hip hop, and it just gave me so much that I have to keep digesting it. Nobody can knock me. The women, they adore me. So many like slick lines like that, and Common delivers them so smoothly that if you're not listening for him, you're not gonna catch him, honestly. Like, he doesn't make it obvious that he's saying these very complex similes, very complex metaphors to the point where he's just talking it. Like, he's not presenting it as a punchline, but it actually punches, unless he intends to. Like, there's a few tracks on here where it just feels like he's in a cypher and almost in battle rap mode. And the tracks that are like that are Wise Up and Stellar, where he's just on attack mode and he's presenting his flow in the form of an attack, in the form of a battle rap, and you kind of feel the punches more there than you have in the other records where he's just kind of doing storytelling or keeping the delivery very smooth. And towards the end, we get to a record called Everything's So Grand featuring PJ. Just a angelic, jazzy, speakeasy type of beat with the saxophone playing. PJ's vocals are just so smooth and they just feel like creamy. And that's a weird way to describe vocals, but they just feel like, feel good. Her voice just sounds so good, and Common even raps with more of a melodic tone. It's just excellent. The whole album from top to finish, there's not a song on this album that I don't like. I have literally played this thing daily since I first stumbled across it. I believe it was this Monday, and it is a phenomenal record, so I had to talk about it. If you do see the album, or you've never seen the album and you're subscribed and you're a hip hop head, give that joint a listen because it is an incredible project. I don't know where this is going to be placed, but it's top 5 material because it's literally everything that I want from hip hop and what I like to listen to most. So if you heard the album, let me know in the comments what you think. What are your favorite tracks? I would have to say mine are Fortunate and Everything So Grand. And as always, if you like this kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, thank you. Until next time, peace. RapNerd Productions, no capping, that's word to mommy.